Evergrande's plight remains front of mind for investors globally, with the equivalent of $300 billion in liabilities and a layered opaque financing structure. It is an immensely complex and uncertain situation that will surely see some market participants incur significant losses. However, for China's real economy, even the company being broken up will prove but a small and temporary negative. The principal reason this is the case is that the structure of Evergrande allows for the parent's construction subsidiaries to be individually sold or allocated to other developers for completion without the burden of the parent's liabilities. It is also worth keeping in mind that at the best of times, Evergrande only made up 4 to 5% of total national sales, an amount of construction that should be easy for other developers and local governments to absorb. Thinking deeply about the outcomes for the people involved, as each subsidiary's project finance and workforce is self-contained, households who are purchased off the plan and the workers and suppliers involved in construction can be made whole, likely with limited delays. Importantly, given Evergrande's spread across Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, the completion of these projects will help provide new housing where it is most needed. The financial outcomes achieved by other stakeholders will differ wildly, running to the party's reform priorities. In keeping with authorities' common prosperity ambition for the people, we expect payments to be distributed to Evergrande investors according to their sophistication, from least to most, as well as their position in the capital structure, with foreign currency bondholders and equity investors left till last. Clearly, this order of priority will protect retail investors and see those most able to incur a loss take the hit, insulating China's economy. Importantly for China's outlook, we do not believe there will be a material, sustained effect on investor appetite for the sector or the economy overall, as professional investing in Chinese property developer debt is known as a high-yield, high-risk pursuit. Note as well that the catalyst for Evergrande's current situation is sectoral reform to reduce debt and improve profitability, and also that the capacity of Chinese authorities to ease stress in markets is second to none. These are clear positives for the financial system's long-term health. It may surprise, but the power outages seen in recent weeks are arguably a greater risk for GDP than Evergrande's plight. In short, an already stretched supply chain trying to heal from the pandemic is now facing the threat of intermittent multi-day outages. If only seen a few times, production will easily catch up in coming months. But if the outages persist, production and GDP could suffer a material hit in the December quarter or early 2022. Signalling this situation is a real threat, China's official PMI fell to a contractionary reading of 49.6 in September. Arguably, this outcome understates the effect of the disruptions as they built through the month. However, when forecasting, it is inappropriate to just consider the negatives, particularly when there are big potential offsets. Chief among them in this instance is China's services sector. After being hit by Delta uncertainties in August, the service sector snapped back to robust growth in September, the non-manufacturing PMI jumping almost 6 points to an expansionary read of 53.2. These data outcomes suggest to us that it is best to have faith in China's economic development and the capacity of their authorities to resolve concerns quickly. We therefore hold to our 8.5% and 5.7% 2021 and 2022 growth forecasts, while recognising the potential for a modest downside surprise if uncertainties persist. We'll see you next time.